Hello once again from Casual Gamer Oz. We are with F1 2016 career mode in our second season with Sauber driver Ben Waterworth into the next round in Suzuka at Japan. And my name is Ben Waterworth, just in case you wanted to know who is talking to you right now. Now, before we get into this race, let's have a bit of a recap of what happened in Malaysia. Qualified 8th, fairly satisfied with that result. Wasn't satisfied with the race result. Got off to a slow start, was forced wide onto the grass off the starting line before getting taken out by a Manor. Surprise, surprise, forced wide, coming on the track and then being taken out again by a Toro Rosso. That was Malaysia. Done. Let's get into Suzuka. It's a dry qualifying, thankfully. And this is a circuit where I qualified dead last year. So I'm probably going to do the same again this year because I like Suzuka. I'm just not necessarily that good at it. So, yeah, Casual Gamer Oz, you can tell that straight away I've already fucked it up coming into this opening fast section. Looking forward to seeing how this has changed in F1 2017. They've apparently completely reworked it, so the undulations coming into this section are a lot more apparent. So, yes, definitely looking forward to seeing the improvements because that's one thing that I keep reading. All the reviewers are talking about is that you'll love driving Suzuka. So I look forward to driving that. And there's also obviously the short Suzuka option. There's a couple of the circuits they've got these short versions on, where it's kind of, I think, like half a distance as opposed to, you know, full lap that we obviously get here. So I'm not doing too well here when it comes to Suzuka, and you know, a dry qualifying, you would assume that I would be up there on the pace with Lewis, but currently I am not, and it doesn't look like I'm going to maintain that. I was 16th, I was 20th the last time I looked. Now, oh no, 14th now. Oh, I'm going to go wide there. Oh, lucky that I held on to that. That drops me down to 16th, 17th. Okay, stop looking at your positioning there, Ben. Keep an eye on the race. We're going to now come into 130R. We're going to take this flat. We're going to take this flat. Get a little bit too much curb there. Bodes me well into this last little sweepy little section. Now, I remember last year during the race I had a lack of concentration coming into this bit here, didn't I? And I nearly slid myself into the wall. Whack on the DRS, cross the line. Where did I get? 14th. Okay. Thank you, Jeff. 14th. It's been a while since I've been last, since Canada, since I binned it in the wall. So, okay, we'll take it. That's qualifying for Japan. Let's get into the race. Something that we're going to do right now. Okay. So, 17th last year. I did finish this Grand Prix last year. It was a wet one from memory, and I had some battles with some Renaults. So, let's see where we can go. Obviously, our race finishing streak is over with, but we can try our darndest to begin that. Let's try and have no DNFs between now and the end of the season. What do you think? Possible? Yeah, me neither. Surely I've just beaten Bottas. I have. Oh, it's tight. He caught well up there at the end. Bugger. I'm going to have a wet race, though. No, we're going to dry race. Well, there you go. Alright, if we do well enough here, I should be able to improve my car for, where are we off to next? The USA, Circuit of the Americas. So that would be a little bit of a nice improvement moving forward. We're going to focus on this race. Try and get some points. Well, looks good for our top 10 finishing. I've already eclipsed my points from last year, so positives achieved. Just got to hang on into the top 10. Alright, let's take a look at the grid. I believe Button got a pole, did he not, from what I saw? Yeah, he did. Button on pole. Hamilton, Alonso third, Rosberg in fourth. They're taking up that spots. Those spots, Ricciardo fifth, Raikkonen sixth, Vettel in seventh, Verstappen eighth, Bottas ninth, Perez outqualifies Hulkenberg yet again. Massa 12th, Grosjean 13th. There I am in 14th, 15th for Gutierrez, 16th for Verline, Magnussen, Haryanto, Palmer, Sainz. Who's going to be in last, folks? That's Nazar. And Kvyat's now adopted Palmer's 21st place, I think. I've noticed I've got a Manor behind me, so expect me to be taken out here into the first corner. Because that's generally what they do. Right. Got to put it in rich mode for Malaysia, didn't I? Let's go straight into rich mode. Let's get ready to rumble. Go. Alright. Oh, and I can see that Manor straight away. He's already right up. And oh, God, there's another one. I've got both. I'm being attacked by the Manors. That's a horror movie title. Oh, that was just stupid driving there, Ben. I don't know what I was doing. I just was paying attention to my mirrors once again and ignored Felipe and decided to bring back last season and bum him and damage my front wing. But, you know, it wouldn't be a Grand Prix if I didn't damage my front wing at some point. So, you know, pretty standard, really. Alright, if we can keep through this section. I was going to say I would easily get to the hairpin. I'm just going to let them all go through. Oh, nearly got taken out by my teammate there. I guess I have a habit of doing that, don't I? Of coming back onto the track and basically getting taken out. Yeah, anyway, so unlike previous Grand Prix where 21st was enough, they've improved me to 18th now, so surely I can make my way through here and get up to at least 18th. Points are out the window, but we want to at least finish this Grand Prix, and they want me to change strategy. Why? I'm in a 5-lap race. What's the point in pitting? If they wanted me to 22nd, I'll probably say sure, because in that way I can just, you know, set some fastest laps, just get a feel of the car, or if a couple of cars have been eliminated, sure, but there's no purpose of me pitting. I just do not have enough time to catch up to the rest of the field. So we're just going to go around with the broken wing and hopefully find ourselves up into the top 18. Now we're always going to run wide at 130. Oh, well wide there. And that's just stuffed me up so much that I'm not even going to get a run into this final chicane as we now come into the straight. Doesn't that Ferris wheel look nice? Certainly does. Just thought I'd point that out. That is a terrible opening lap, Ben. Absolutely ridiculous. And that is just not worthy. That is not worthy. So I'm thinking for F1 2017, by the way, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know who I'm going to drive for on day one, I'm thinking Toro Rosso, just because I love the look of the 2017 Toro Rosso. It's a beautiful livery on that car, and I feel the need that I'm going to do that. So I'm going to still have a blue car. It's just going to be a different type of blue car, and I'll be part of the Red Bull family. So not quite sure which driver I'll keep as my teammate, Sainz or Kvyat. I don't mind either of them. I think Kvyat isn't that bad. Seems like a nice guy. And Sainz also, I think, definitely deserves a bigger slice of the Formula 1 pie. So who knows? I might give Kvyat a year off and keep Sainz as my teammate. But we'll see how we go. Based on the performance in this game, at least, Kvyat has not done well. So I think if we're going to take that on board, and if they kind of put that into the algorithms for F1 2017, then you'd want Sainz as your backup if you're going to be trying scoring as many points as you can. But we've matured slightly this season, I feel, with my driving. You know, it's the no flashbacks that I'm obviously trying to get used to. I tend to live on the flashbacks. But clearly, as you have seen a lot in all these races, if I had flashbacks, then we would have very different races. But I've tried to limit them to none. I haven't used any flashbacks, hence why I've had so many DNFs and other performances. But it definitely makes you drive more cautiously, I feel. Now we're just not making the ground up here on my teammate, though. We want to finish in that top 18, and we could be on to finishing dead last once again. I mean, a finish is a finish, I understand that, but we've got to make the team happy. We need some resource points. We're nearly at the point where I can upgrade the car for the US. So let's just try our darndest here. Car obviously a little bit trickier to drive with a damaged front wing, and it's not the best circuit to have a damaged front wing considering how fast we obviously are here in Suzuka. If I can just maintain this level to my teammate. It'd be nice if little Manish could come on the radio to Felipe and say, Felipe, Ben is faster than you, and let me through. That would be hunky-dory. But it's not looking likely. How many Grand Prix ago was it that I won? Like 3 Grand Prix ago? 2 Grand Prix ago? And yet here I am now trolling around a dead last to frickin' Felipe Nasr, who's done nothing in both these seasons. And I like Felipe Nasr. I started defending him when I chose him as my teammate at the beginning of this career. Fat lot of good that's done, Felipe Nasr. You dud. Alright. Just release the throttle a little bit. We'll cut off there a little bit. No, that's not going to do much. This is a corner where you should be overtaking, Ben. And instead, you're finding yourself too far back. I'm not going to catch him. This is going to be embarrassing. Penultimate lap now. How am I not catching him? Oh, I'm going to be dead last here, folks. Dead last. It's almost worth just binning it. But I'm not going to. I'm going to finish it. What if some little kid watched this, Ben, just said, oh, so that's what you do, you just give up if you're not doing well? Well, I'd probably say yes, but for the sake of positivity and all that bullshit, let's finish the race. God, this car is hard to steer. Understeer is woeful. Just have to release the throttle and just ride it out, and then you turn it in, and you're gonna have to brake early into this corner here. Yeah, it's just it's ridiculous to drive at this circuit with a broken wing. Again, if we had a longer race, you know I'd pit, but we don't have a longer race, so yeah, sadly this is what we're gonna have to do. So how everyone? How's your day? Good. Yep. Cool. My day's good. Thought I would just let you know that. Just having a bit of a conversation with you while we drive around Suzuka. Why wouldn't you? It's well, no, I was going to say let's ride the throttle coming out of that corner, but no. Look how far back Felipe Nazar is from the chasing pack. So even if I get past Felipe, there ain't no chance that I'm going to get any further up the field. So, oh, no, I'm in the wall. That was not deliberate either. Before you think that was deliberate, that was not deliberate. I just decided to risk it coming into 130R, and somehow I just didn't release the throttle in time, and yeah, well, a bit of a wasted race, sadly. Just didn't turn. Oh, that was a fairly big impact at the end too there, actually. Well, alright, that's Japan. 2 DNS in a row. What do we say to that? Okay. Yeah, we see a grumpy bugger, of course you are. Yeah, fuck you, mate. Yeah, fuck you, photographer. Go fuck yourself. I'm going to cover my face. That's basically what he's saying. And McLaren are going to win the Grand Prix. That's good for them. Fernando, so McLaren 1-2, and Ricciardo 3rd. No Mercedes on the podium. So let's just have a bit of a gander at the beginning on how that all played out. Of course, I damaged my front wing and was forced off, wasn't I? I can't remember what happened at the beginning of the race. Well, the Manners just nearly just took me out again, as they often do. They're getting all over my butthole, and boom, into a Williams I go, and a Haas. How do I not get a penalty for that, considering some of the other races I've gotten penalties for so much less than that? As we move around, I think I got a bit antsy into one of these corners, did I not? Coming through here to the Williams. Doing okay here. Oh, yeah, I've just outbraked myself. Just stupidly gone into that way too fast, and then, oh, nearly got taken out by my teammate. That was my race. Okay, so 1-2 to McLaren, Ricciardo 3rd, Hamilton 4th, Verstappen, Raikkonen, Rosberg, Vettel, Bottas, Grosjean. More points for Haas. Drivers, we should say. Hamilton 48 points with only 4 rounds to go, so he's nearly 2 wins clear, so he's nearly 50% there. Rosberg, Ricciardo, Alonso moves up into 4th. Can he get 3rd there? He's closing in. Raikkonen drops down, so does Vettel. Button moves up. Verstappen, I'm still in 9th, still 11 points clear of Perez, who is in 10th place. Constructors, Mercedes have won it. Red Bull still in 2nd. McLaren move up into 3rd, still battling away there. 2nd place between Red Bull, McLaren and Ferrari. We're comfortably sort of in 5th. We're still 5 points clear of Force India, Williams, Haas. That is it for Suzuka. We're back for the USA, the Circuit of the Americas. In the meantime, like, subscribe, comment, everything else in between. Thank you for tuning in to Casual Gamer Oz, and we will speak to you next time. Good night.